All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, aka Saymore. All right, welcome to Zed1st. Today, I have a special guest all the way from Nigeria. I have my brother. Let him explain himself. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I have a special guest. This guy, he's a musician. So today we're gonna dive into his history, what he does, and why he's doing what he's doing, and what's the plan for the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you, my brother. Yo, what's up, bro? How's it?
I'm blessed. It's so good to be here, Saymore.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, bro, you know what? I would love you to introduce yourself, let our audience get to know who is Zed, and give us a little bit about yourself.
Um, I'm Zed1st, Zed1st. I'm a musician and an entrepreneur. I I love to make music. I'm in the music business. Uh, I love God. God is a priority, because without God there is literally nothing. So I like to take it one step at a time, one day at a time. And I'm just a chilled guy. That's it. That is just a chilled guy.
Mm. Sounds like you have a whole lot of things to actually share to get people to really know who you are and all that. But one thing I can say right now, look, we want to get into say, look, you do music, right?
Yeah, I do.
And there's one thing I want to get to understand, and my audience out there and your fans as well. Can you maybe tell us and then when did this journey started and why did you choose to do music?
So the journey started from childhood. Uh, at first, it was a hobby, because I didn't grow up in a rich background. So it was something I found passion in. And I always wanted to get my family out of the storm in the wood. And this was a way I, I could see in my mind to get my family out of it. But it's not just about that. So started going to the studio from secondary school, then in uni. Then I had like an experience where I discovered that this is deeper than being an hobby. This is my purpose. And I realized that I'm an instrument used by the divine to give message to people, because when people are sad they listen to music is like a food for the soul. When people are happy they listen to music. When people want to get motivated they listen to music. So I would say like my next project coming in, I have some conscious sounds.
Okay. Before we get into your next project,
Okay,
we
okay,
just wanted to know, who's Zaid and what happened, why you do music.
okay.
So I'm gonna dive into trying to figure out a little bit more about like, okay, with this music, what you do. You're from Nigeria, right?
Yes, I'm from
Yeah.
Nigeria.
So I want you to tell me a little bit more about how is the response from Nigeria fans and people back home, and how is the response? How is their response to this? Are they really accepting you and supporting? How is the support for you from them?
I would say it's a two-way thing. You know, I'm getting a lot of love and I'm getting a lot of hate. So it's life duality. Like they go hand in hand. You
Right.
can't rise to the top without hate. So like I've accepted everything.
Okay. So how do you deal with the challenges? Obviously, there is a challenge in the music industry. From recording, getting to release the
Yeah.
music out there on whatever platforms that you really publish your music in, So can you tell me what could be the challenges in this industry? From recording and all of this. What are the challenges you're facing as a musician? Because somebody out there who's in the same industry or maybe who's trying to get into this industry may want to know what could be the challenges in order for them to actually get their messages out there.
I would say having the right team. Um, you have to be informed unless you're going to be used. So you have to know about the business. You have to like know when to strike a balance, know when to be an artist and to be like a businessman. So it hasn't been easy. I've learned the hard way. And, like, I had to like realize that I have to get this right. So in order to get this right, there have to be like balance. Like I had to strike a balance, basically.
That's right.
So another challenge is also funding. I can't leave that out. So if you're in a record label, you got that covered. Like they got you covered. But still being in the record label, if you're not doing well, if your music is not successful, you're not gonna be getting a lot of funding from them.
Okay, so just to get on that,
Okay.
SZST. So you have a record label that you're working with. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, and to the get to like organize shows and everything for you. And how long have you been with this record label? Maybe you may not want to talk about it, but what we want to know firstly is that how is the journey for you, and how is the challenge? You mentioned that you need to know. You need to be a business person, you know. So I mean, when we begin, you mentioned about God, you love God. Does that really mean that you're a spiritual person? You believe in the spirituality? Can you give me a little bit more about that? Because people maybe want to know. Because in the musician industry, people they get this negative about musicians, But it's for you. You just dive into it before even a question you about do you love God, or do you just mention it? God is everything. Can you give us a little bit about it?
From my perspective, I think we're already in the spiritual realm. Like, yes, this is physical, this is all energy and vibration. And sometimes, the way the world works, you might get lost. It's so easy to get lost. It's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy for the noise to control you. So I always stay grounded. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, but I always stay grounded.
What do you do to keep yourself motivated in this industry? Or whether when you're preparing a song, writing a song, or recording, what do you do to keep yourself motivated?
To be honest,
Right.
I pray.
Wow.
Prayer is like the key. On some days, I don't know if you've ever experienced this where like you're a prayerful person and some days you wake up and you want to pray and you just be mumbling. Do you experience that?
Definitely it do happen. I mean, like it's for me, I do follow some prophets and all that.
Okay.
And like yesterday was one of the day. I wake up a little bit of, not not being motivated. I went to gym. I think I saw you. I
Yeah.
gym. I did all what I did, and then I went to a bathroom. Before I shower, I was like, no, let me use the sauna. It was empty. I just lay. A voice said to me, I just said to say, God, let me see you. I don't know, from nowhere. This came
Mm.
into my mind. And then when I say that, after the bath and all that, I met this lady with a really incredible business conversation. That was a sign. So God was speaking to me. I get what you say.
And to be honest, that's like a very beautiful experience. I feel like in order to know God, assess God, you just have to accept your imperfection
Right,
and you don't have to like doubt God.
right,
Like you have to accept self.
right,
Like you have to talk to yourself.
right.
So I'm inspired by your experience.
Well, as for me, I have a Christianity background and all of that, and I believe could be a Muslim, whoever could be as individuals. I
Yeah.
believe in if you have something that you believe in, if you believe in God, is the greatest, as we all know. So I'm gonna dive into something because we might end up being emotional right here, you know what I mean? But we wanna get to know your story, which is okay to
Okay.
hear more about the spiritual side of you believing God, which is really an incredible thing, and we love to know that, and that really means a lot for everybody out there to know who is Zed and why he's doing what he's doing. Can you tell me a little bit out there? There could be maybe, can you tell me the first moment when you realize that you are a musician, you want to take this step? How was the first experience when you made this decision? How was it for you?
So I would say the first experience. it wasn't easy, to be honest. Like I've failed multiple times, and it hasn't been an easy journey. But I always find myself like striving to do more. I always find myself taking action. I've experienced like a lot of betrayal,
That's right.
and it's been like a loop. So it's like if you don't learn from it, it's gonna keep like happening. So I've been forced to learn from it.
Hmm.
All I can say is I'm grateful.
Well, bro, I don't wanna lie to you. What you say you're grateful is also same thing as on my side.
Yeah,
I think we had a really great conversation last year when I firstly met you when you came to Cape Town.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching or listen, just so you know, he is in Cape Town right now. He's in town until September. So just you guys to know what we're doing, what's happening. And just to say, your previous event, how was it? Because I saw you had an event, I mean, a show kind of thing in Cape Town. And
Uh-huh.
can you tell me how was the experience? Did the audience really accept you? How was the vibe? Can you just give me a little bit more about it?
I was blown away. I was blown away because I came to perform without an expectation. So when I started performing, I saw people like coming over to the stage to come watch me perform, and it was a beautiful experience because when I was done performing, people were just screaming, and they don't even know me. They were screaming, so it was a beautiful experience.
Well, I mean, when it comes to music, like you say, when people are sad or when people are happy to listen to music, you may think people didn't know you, but because of the words that you were sharing during a singing and all that, that's what connects them and that's what makes them exciting. So what I can say, I mean, you really have a great potential. I must say that as a brother, since
Okay,
we met,
thanks.
you know that I've said from day one that I love the vibe, I love how you do, and you are a believer. That really get us to really connect. Not everyone connects like we did
True.
from day one we met. I'm sure I've shared my story with you,
Yeah, you
and
did.
we talked before I even published my book and all that. I was like, look, bro, this is what we do. But so tell me, Zed, in this journey, what is the future plans? Is there any future plans? What are future plans? Could be 2 weeks plans, 3 months plans. What is happening? Do you have anything coming up and all that?
So I'm dropping a project soon.
Right.
That's what I said earlier. I'm dropping a project soon, and it's gonna be out soon. I don't want to jinx it, so I don't want to say the dates, but it's gonna be out soon.
Okay. So you saying this is gonna be a big thing, what is
Yes.
coming out.
Yeah.
Okay. So where can the fans, I mean your fans, where can they find you and how can they get to engage with you? Could be maybe your platform or whatever. Where can they find your music, the fans out there? People maybe want to know because I mean I wanted to ask you this question at the end of the podcast, but I want to ask you now because we might really have so many exciting conversation and forget that. But where can your fans really find your music? Where can they find it?
So my music is available on all digital platform. It's on Spotify, iTunes, which is Apple Music, YouTube Music, YouTube. It's on all digital platforms. So as long as you just search my name Zed1st, you're going to see my catalog.
That's right. Amazing. And let's say you had an opportunity for you to feature any musician in this world. Who could that be and why?
To be honest, I have a lot of musicians in mind.
But there could be one of the people. Could be Davido, whoever that it is. It could be Burna Boy. Could be Jay Z. Could be Chris Brown. Could be maybe Amapiano from South Africa. I mean, talking about international.
I would say Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
Why?
Ever since I heard God's plan, I've always wanted to work with Drake. I've always wanted to
Dope.
just connect with Drake. And I don't know. While I was growing up, I looked up to Drake. So that's where I've always like set my mind on that level. So and it got to a time now I just when the way the mind works is when you set it on a particular limit, that's where it gets to. So then I realized that I'm kind of limiting myself. So why don't you just leave it open? So that's where I'm on right now.
Right, that's really dope. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my brother Zaid, and I just want to ask him also a question that is very personal. And just to say, my brother, in this industry, I do know there's a challenge, and but there's a one thing I want to know. Also, obviously, I've recorded many songs, right? But there is a one song that you can say I can recommend this. Can you tell me about one song? Which song can you say this is a song that you really love, and this song can connect? Can you maybe give us just one song that you name it?
That I've recorded.
Yeah,
I
one of
was
your favorite song.
I would say most of my songs, in fact, all of my songs are my favorite songs.
Right.
But the song I can really connect to is coming on the project I'm about to release. So I can't really give the name though.
I
But
got you.
you guys are gonna see it. You guys are gonna listen to it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I got you. I mean, my brother, this is really a powerful thing to know. I mean, as an Nigerian artist,
Yeah.
and how is you know, the love out there for you? Have you ever experienced like maybe, it could be maybe like, sometimes when you trying to do an event or
Yeah.
something outside your country, have you ever like experienced something like, I'm not really, welcome because I'm not in my province or in my country. Have you ever experienced such a thing?
Like racism.
Like, not really racism as a
Okay.
such, but is like just criticism in like, say, because you're not from here, but people treat you in a certain way. Have you ever felt that way?
I think I have.
How do you deal with that?
Either I try not to react, I move away from the place, or sometimes I do react. Depends. So like I had an experience one time when I was going to Lebanon and I was trying to get my bag and there was like a white guy sitting close to me. So I was trying to get my bag. And then he just pushed me for no reason. And then I was like, what's wrong with this man? Like and then I was like in a different mood. Like I looked at him again and I looked at him closely and I was like taking my bag and staring at his eyes and like push me one more time. And then I took my
You're
bag.
ready to fight.
I was
Oh, man. But whoa, bro, you don't really look like a violent person now, to be
uh,
honest, bro.
I wouldn't say I'm a violent
Yeah,
person. I'm not, but
right.
sometimes they
It's
can
just somebody
poke
who
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
What do you do for fun, Zed, besides being in the music and besides being in the gym? Because I see you in the gym oftenly,
Yeah.
What do you do for fun? What is that you do? Like maybe when you just trying to have a, me time and kind of thing. What do you do for fun?
Hmm. I like to think fun varies. Like my fun, I like to isolate. I like to my fun. I like to be alone, go to the beach or go out by myself. Like it's always a different experience when you're experiencing everything by yourself. So um whenever people ask me this question, I usually get confused because music is fun for me and music is like work for me. So music is my fun. Reading is my fun. Spending time at the beach is my fun.
Wow,
Like being in nature is my fun. So
that's
yeah,
that's really amazing. I mean, what is your biggest dream? What is that you really want to achieve with the music industry?
impact.
Okay.
Make people conscious and aware.
Okay, that's really sounds great.
Make people aware of God as well.
So you saying in other ways that your music, when you sing, what people should expect, you connecting them to God, you spreading a word of God through your music. That's what you say, right?
I would say I'm spreading all emotions.
Right.
I'm spreading God's love. I'm spreading love and conscious music as well. I make conscious music as well.
Okay. I mean, outside the music, what kind of music does Zed does? Because people might not really know, my audience out there, people might not
Mm.
really know what kind of music do you do. Because I might not really know what kind of music you do, or maybe somebody who's watching the first time to
Yeah.
hearing about Zed, who have never heard about you. What kind of music do you produce as a musician?
So I make Afro beats, I make Afro fusion, um, I make Afro beats and Afro fusion. Those are the kind of music I make.
What inspired you to take that route to say I want to do Afrobeat? Was there any musician that really inspired you back then and say, look, I want to take this route, I want to do Afrobeats, I want to do this? Because it's something that is not really familiar in Nigeria, isn't it?
Sorry, what
Is
did
it
you say?
some what inspired you to do
Mm-hmm.
Afrobeats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Afrobeats is like quite popular in Nigeria.
Okay.
So it's like like the normal genre of music in Nigeria. Everybody does Afrobeats, but some people don't like to be boxed. I don't like to be boxed as well, but I make Afrobeats, and I also make music, good music. I also make pop music. I also make retro type of music. So I wouldn't like to be boxed, but I'm an Afrobeat artist.
So let's say from a family side, how
Mm-hmm.
is the response and the support from a family side and say, yo, your brother or sister, whoever it could be, how is the support from a family? Because we might talk about any other people, but family is always the come first. How is the support for you from your side?
Amazing. He's my brother.
Amazing. Oh,
Yeah, like
great.
my brother is literally right here.
Wow,
So
amazing,
like
man. Oh, that's really a great thing to know.
I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful for that support. It didn't start that way though, but they have been pushing, they have been supporting me, and I'm super grateful for
Yeah.
everybody's support. And like I used to tell myself, this is bigger than me. This is not just about me. There's a lot of people behind me, and I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for everybody. Like I can't fail because a lot of people believe in me. A lot of people are counting on me. So I can't fail and I will not fail.
That's right. I mean, I love the motivation. I love the how it sounds like because when you do something with knowing why you are doing it and you
Yeah,
have a reason of saying, I have a people on my back.
yeah,
They count on me. They believe on me. If I fail, I can't lose to fail. There's this one of you just remind me of this preacher. You say he was praying. He said, I can't
yeah,
fail because I have a lot of people who believe in me,
yeah,
my family, my mom. As for me, my mom is she's everything. She means the world to me. It's like everything I do because of her. Even my book, I sent her first page. My book is direct to my mom. She
yeah,
said all that. And hearing you say you can't fail because of your family, I love that. Amazing. Okay, my brother said, tell me
yeah,
something. You just told me that we have a brother who is right behind the camera,
yeah,
and it seemed to be someone because I've been watching your videos when you are in Cape Town
yeah,
that he has been taking videos of
yeah.
you and stuff like that. What is his role, your brother? Like since you always with your brother, what's his role in your journey?
Mm, my brother is like a support system and is also a videographer. And I also have another brother back home who is also on my team. So my brother is a really good videographer. His name is Best Boss, and every video you see on my page is the one that made it. Every video, and it makes it easier for me to work because we can get to brainstorm and like create together, and that makes it easier. When you're working with someone outside, you know it's like they don't really get your idea. They say they get your idea, but it's just business. They're not like aligned with you. They're not like in tune with you. So it makes it easier for me, and I'm really grateful. I'm
So
grateful.
I'm happy to hear that. So you're saying first word is that alignment is it's very important.
Yeah,
Working with the family member, it brings the unique of the brand of whatever you're working on
yeah,
in everything that you do. There's so much love in it, and I love that your brother supports you doing the whatever videograph and all that because I've
yeah,
seen so many of your videos in Cape Town. I saw the other video recently of you walking across the streets. I was like, this is really dope. I was like, I never comment, but I watch and I see. I'm like, this is really interesting. So tell me, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you get an opportunity to be in the United States,
yeah.
right? Um, who would you like to maybe say feature? Um, what kind of message would you like to leave there as an African artist?
In the United States,
Right.
I've always wanted to feature Kanye as well. Kendrick as well, you know, because I do enjoy their music. So, what kind of statement would I like to leave? Consciousness, basically. Consciousness.
Well, because sometimes they say you never know who's watching the
And
video.
love as well. Love. Because love is key. Love is everything. Love is important. Love is God. God is love. So and love as well.
Right. This is really an amazing. I mean, because I don't want to really take much of your time, but what I want to let you know is that, bro, I really support what you do. And this
I'm
gen,
grateful.
and I'm looking forward to see what you do next.
Yeah.
And as you say, you don't want to talk about the what's coming, but what I can say is that, bro, in what you do, I'm gonna give you a word of motivation as a motivational speaker. This is what I do, and an author as well, bro. Whatever that you do it your best. And whatever that you do, if you believe in God like you already do, God is by your side. One thing that you should do, never feel judged. Like you said, there is always a discriminated out there. People really do judge and all that. But that doesn't really stop us from getting where we want to be. What you just gotta do is just keep focused, put your eyes on the mission. I'm sure you've seen most of my posts. I always say, keep your eyes on the grind. Because what you wanna do, this is what we want to do. Because
Yeah.
10 years to come, many people that maybe have heard what you do, they will come and say, I always knew Zed, you would do it. Even somebody will have said, bro, you won't do it. You won't make it. They will come and say, bro, I always knew you will make it. You will make us proud. But they will never say it now. But when you get to the other side, they'll say, I always knew. What could be your last message to our fans out there, my audience, your audience as well? What could be your last message that you want to leave them with?
Love yourself. Love God. I'm supposed to put God first, actually. Love God first. Love yourself. Love your family. And don't care about the noise. It don't matter. Just focus on your lane. Focus on where you're going to. Focus on purpose. That's all I have to say.
Wow, amazing, brother. So, which platform can people find you? Can you maybe give us a platforms? Maybe fans maybe want to follow you. Which platforms? Could be TikTok or whatever it is. Can you maybe tell us where can people find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, Zed1st, ZED1ST underscore. And you can also find me on TikTok, ZED1ST. You can find me on X as well, ZED1ST.
Oh, amazing, bro. My brother, thank you very much for your time, and I really
Appreciate you,
appreciate
brother.
that you came through. And bro, like I've always dying to work with you, but you made it, bro. I say, bro, on the next level, we might
Yeah.
sit with the Davido and say, yo, we did it.
Yes,
Bro,
sir.
may God bless whatever
God
that you
bless you
do.
too, yeah.
And bro, this was really a great thing.
And thank you
And I
so much for
appreciate
this
it.
platform.
Of
And
course, anytime.
I feel blessed to be here.
See you next time.
See you too.
Cheers.